Welcome back to I Love a Hoarder, the show where we peel back the dusty, moth-eaten layers of a misunderstood disorder and uncover what always lies beneath: human stories, resilience, and a call for compassion. I'm your host, Chutney Whye. I'm a licensed acupuncturist who has treated anxiety for 30 years. Sometimes this skill lands me deep inside people's lives. And today, I want to share with you the tale of Elsa, a remarkable woman hidden away in a crumbling Beverly Hills mansion, a place so shadowy, grandiose, and cinematic, you half expect to find William Holden floating face down in the algae-covered swimming pool. So, this all started at a Halloween party in the Bird Streets, a talent agent's glass box house clinging to the hillside above Sunset Boulevard. I was there with Ding Ding, who came as sexy Chinese Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Bikini, stilettos, judicial collar, the works. She was furious she didn't win the costume contest and stormed around banging a giant squeaky gavel on sculptures and side tables. No more champagne for Ding Ding. Anyway, I was on the balcony, rosé in hand, going off about fascia release and bee pollen and astragalus, when this man, Franklin, leans in and says, "Let me tell you about my Aunt Elsa, may I?" "I suppose so," I said. "She lives behind a gate on Alpine Drive," he said. "Big house, lots of, stuff." So the next morning, Ding Ding comatose with a hangover, I drove over to Elsa's house. From the street, romantic, ivy-wrapped, secret garden vibes, but to the trained eye, classic hoarding red flags, rust-patched iron gates, overgrown hedges, mossy stone angels with their hands broken off, a cracked pond filled with lily pads, and maybe rats, or fish, or both. Something rustled in the trees, not squirrel rustle. It was October in L.A., but it felt like December in some forgotten Baltic village. I knocked. Instead of Joseph von Sternberg opening the door, it creaked open to reveal Elsa. Small, slender, faded floral dress, static halo of gray curls. "You must be Chutney," she said. "I'm Elsa." She was gentle, open, no guarded posture, just a curious warmth. So we sat in her living room, grand in scale, but not in upkeep. Antique furniture sagged, dried herbs hung from sconces, crystals twinkled beneath our feet. "I made you a drink," she said. A frothy green potion, chlorella, seaweed, honey from her own bees. I braced for pond water, but, well, it was delicious. "You're kind," she said. "I like you already." We sat in the yellowing light. "Franklin said you might be able to help me," she began. "I've lost a book, you see, my Hollywood High yearbook, class of '71. I was voted most mysterious." She chuckled like someone remembering how to laugh. "I think it's in my desk, but, well, I can't find the desk. I think it's in my dining room. Let me take you there." She pulled aside heavy wooden doors and revealed mountains. Mountains! Lamps, rugs, suitcases, unopened boxes, yellowed magazines, flower arrangements from who knows when, appliances, and there was that scent, dust, lavender, mildew. She pointed into the chaos. "I know it's in here, or the hallway." Well, the hallway was worse. It was waist-high debris, still boxed kitchen appliances, piles of unopened boxes. In between them darted a cat. And then there was that smell, thick, composty. Now, here's the thing. Hoarding disorder isn't laziness. It isn't poor habits. It's a deeply layered response to trauma, anxiety, and grief. Stuff becomes memory, identity, safety. So I tread carefully. "Elsa," I said, "to find the yearbook, we'll need a little space. Is that okay?" "You won't throw anything away, will you?" she said. "No, not without your consent. Just enough to find the desk." She paused, looked at her hands. "I panic if I can't see everything." Now, I've treated anxiety for 30 years with lots of collaboration with psychotherapists, MDs, and other medical professionals. So I offered her a treatment. She agreed. We set up in her sanctuary, a cleared-out side room. I placed the needles and she relaxed and spoke. When my husband died, the piles began, not right away, but eventually. I couldn't let go of anything. I listened. Sometimes that's all it takes. So we made a plan. Gloves, masks, my table. 2 weeks later, we'd start. And 2 weeks later, I returned. The hallway had a few inches of clear floor. I recognized that as progress. And so we began. Categorizing, labeling, treating her when the stress surged. And then we found the desk. We did not find the yearbook, but I found a copy online. I delivered it. When I handed it to her, Elsa clutched it like scripture. "That's me," she whispered. "Most mysterious. What a hoot." Since then, I've seen Elsa many times for stress relief and for long conversations about fermentation, bee colony collapse, Jungian dream theory. She's a smart lady and an interesting person. She hasn't started therapy, but she's curious, and that's something. So, friends, here's what I'll leave you with. People like Elsa don't need rescuing. They need connection. They need to be seen. Not just the piles, but the person. The cleanup may not last, but it's a beginning, and beginnings matter, because we evolve, and hoarding disorder doesn't. That's our edge. So I would suggest you reach out gently. Stay curious. Stay with it. Because beneath the clutter, there's always a story, a life worth honoring. And I'll see you next time on I Love a Hoarder with Chutney Whye. And remember to give us a like, 5 stars, subscribe, whatever it is you want to do. I appreciate it. Say hi, Ding Ding. Say hi, Ding Ding. Close enough. Close enough.